Okay.
Yeah, we gotta listen to this sort of whack ass music, but oh, welcome
Thank you.
to
Thank
Child
you.
Please
I'm glad to be here.
Cocktails and
Honored to be
Conversations.
your
Hold on.
first.
Welcome, hold on. Welcome to Cocktails and Conversations, the Child Please podcast. Yeah, we gotta listen to that whack music because we don't want no cases and you know people to mess with us as far as copyright issues. So let me take these off here. Without further ado, welcome to our very first episode. We are here, to promote Black excellence. I wanted to go ahead and do the first recording today. We're putting the disclaimers out there. We're not trying to mail bash or anything, but it is what it is. Because
What?
we are going to keep it real at 100. Um, and with that being said, we have various topics and that sort of thing to discuss as the days and months go on with this very new and exciting podcast. Just like last night, I was at the basketball game for my daughter, and I guess it's a thing for kids to wear pajamas now, like
Yeah,
those comfy two for
anything.
one pajamas, like just everywhere. And I'm like, for what? Like, what happened to getting dressed? I'm like, damn, is it homecoming? Is it
And
cheerleading?
not
No.
just the pajamas, but the blankets too is what's killing me. Why
Oh
are
my
y'all wearing
God.
blankets? Put
Yeah.
a coat on, please. Immediately.
So
Immediately put a coat on.
yes, we are definitely going to discuss that as well. But today, our topic of discussion is going to be on relationships or shits, or however you want to put it. Shits with the SHIT and the Z.
Yes.
And
Emphasizing the Z.
9 times out of 10, I mean, we probably gonna go at it for a good, you know, 10 episodes on that topic alone. It's gonna be like a whole series. So I want to start out by saying that mm, I'm gonna just read something that I saw on Twitter. Yeah, I'm still a Twitter girl. So this girl said she posted this, and I took a screenshot of it because I knew I was going to discuss relationship stuff. So she said, it's sad when you realize that maybe the best way to live your life is alone. And finding someone solid and building a life with is just not going to happen. People are too full of themselves, stuck in the streets, stuck on an ex, stuck in the past, or you find one who enters your life and disrupts it enough to where they want you sometimes, but don't want you enough to be with you, but also don't want to let you go. We literally are living in a generation that being toxic is okay. It's depressing to think that being single is the better option because it's the only way to protect your peace and the way to and your well-being. The actual concept of relationships is almost impossible. People lack honesty, commitment, and communication. And it's sad that you know what you can bring to the table, but will never have a table to bring it to. Now, as if we put that in retrospect, like, yeah, that's pretty fucked up, but that's pretty much where a lot of us are as women.
But can
My
I just
guest
say,
today, Miss T, yeah, I take your feedback, on that excerpt
yes.
that I just said, and your thoughts.
I can I
Bring
just
it.
say, unless she changes her mindset about relationships, she is going to be alone for the rest of her life. We cannot go out in the world projecting the negativity. She's already negative in her thoughts with it, in my opinion.
Mhm.
None of us want to be alone for the rest of our lives. That is not reality. If it is the case that we are alone, it is not anyone's desire to die alone. We're not meant to do that. The Bible says, that we are in this world together. There is no one who wants to be single for the rest of their lives. And I believe that even older men and women who are single, I think about my mom, for instance, they spend their lifetime hoping for the possibility of entering into a healthy, loving relationship.
Mm-hmm. I wholeheartedly agree because and the thing is you have to assess yourself. Sometimes you got to take a step back. You can't just go from relationship to relationship, and you really just have to take the time and see what flaws or see what things need to be worked out on the inner you. Vibrate at a higher level and attract something different. But we can't give up. We cannot give up because
No.
as a people, we've never been, known to give up.
Yes,
Black
we are
excellence.
not meant
Yeah,
to be alone. We are
we
not.
are we are not meant to be alone. Yes, all the bitterness and all the hurt and pain and stuff, like you have to work through that. You have to
Right.
forgive yourself. You have to forgive the person that projected the pain onto you. What do they
And can
say?
I
Like,
just say, you have to drop the baggage, right? That comes from those past hurts and those past relationships. You cannot drag that stuff into your future. So if you was in a toxic relationship and the person was prone to do a certain thing, just because you meet somebody else and they might do one thing and it reminds you of this trait that your last gross boyfriend had, you cannot start to I don't even know the word. You cannot start to connect those relationships and those people as if they are the same. That is not fair to a relationship, and that will not ever be anything but drama. It will cause problems, and you will never be able to move forward. So I would say we, especially as Black people, if we're talking about Black excellence, we have to, like you said, do the work before we go into a new relationship. And when we get there, sometimes it takes us, sometimes we think we've done the work, right? And then we get there and we are not as far as we thought that we have not come as far as we thought we have. And we have to be gentle and give grace to people. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect, and there will be problems, there will be issues that arise in every relationship. There is no such thing as a perfect relationship. So we have to give grace to one another, and we do not. We quick to dismiss, we quick to downplay, we quick to front somebody out on social media, put all our business on Facebook. That's not helpful. That is not helpful.
Yeah, I've been saying from the gate, like social media, Facebook is the devil. Like, it's prone to mess up relationships, break up relationships, friendships, all of that, and everything is not for everybody, and you're, back to what you said on relationships and that trigger and bringing that trauma into, like, you have to really be adult like and grown and say, we're going to compromise, we're going to communicate through this. And if you have to have a willingness. That's the word.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yes.
You have to
Yes,
be
that is the word.
willing. Yeah, you got to be willing to work on it. And even further back to you saying, the women being by themselves. I see so many women, and it really is starting at a young age. Like, I know some females, and that's going to be a whole nother part of this series, that have not had sexual relations, dates, none of that. And I'm talking years, in years. And to me, that is just like, I mean, I hats off to
Right.
you, being able to navigate this life alone, or however you want to put it, or But you
Right.
need that
Independently.
communication
Yes, you do.
and that kinship, somebody to bounce
Yes,
some shit off of, not just your
that's right.
girlfriends. And you need a man. So whoever's talking about, oh, I don't need a man, yeah, okay.
Right. Right.
Okay.
That's because you've settled for that, right?
Mhm.
You believe in your heart that it will never happen for you. So that's what you start to project. Words have power, and you have to be careful what you speak. And if
Amen.
you settle for, I'm gonna be, alone for the rest of my life because ain't no good people out here, ain't no good man out here, all of these men is dogs and this and this and this, then that's what you're going to, that's how you're going to see the world, that's how you're going to move, that's how you're going to dress, that's how you go, everything that you do in life, it's going to project that mindset. You got to change your mindset. You have to.
I agree. And that's part of leveling up, doing the work. And so,
Absolutely.
I think everybody that's grown, or everybody that, has the willingness to evolve, should know that simple thing. Like, you change your mindset, you change your circumstances, and change will happen. You welcome the change. And so, I want to talk about how Valentine's, just passed, and ask you how you feel about, some guys that say, "Oh, Valentine's is just a day. It's just you should be celebrated every day." And like, sometimes people, project social media posts and kind of feel down and out about themselves because they didn't get anything or have anybody to spend it with or whatnot. But in essence, like, how do you feel about a man saying, well, Valentine's is just another day?
Well, I mess with somebody who thinks that Valentine's Day is very important and goes above and beyond to show love on that particular day. Me personally, though, I do feel like it's just another day. I feel like it is the world in motion, making money off of people who are struggling financially, and that's a whole nother video that I'm sure we'll get into one day. And I think a lot of our problem, the reason why the world is as it is today, is because there is so much social media foo-foo.
Mhm.
And when I say foo-foo, I mean that stuff y'all be seeing on social media is not real. That stuff is not real. Them people be capping. They don't be having no man. They be buying that stuff they sell. Talk about they
Pinterest, taking
husband.
pictures on
Ain't,
Pinterest.
ain't Big Mo married than the man in the moon. Talking about they husband, and I can't. And
My man,
we,
my man, my man.
my man, which is your man, her man, they man, everybody's man, yeah. But that ain't what you talk about. I think Valentine's Day is just another day. I acknowledge it because I deal with somebody who feels like it is important. So I'm the type of person I like to reciprocate. So if you do for me, I'm going to do for you. And so I acknowledge it because of
Yeah.
that. But I've also messed with people who didn't think that it was a big deal, who did enough for the rest of the 364 days out of the year for it not to even count or make a difference. So I think it
Yeah.
just depends on who you're in a relationship with and respecting their wants and needs too. Like most women care about Valentine's Day, I would say. It seems like it. And, we certainly can't get on here speaking for all women, all Black people, none of that because we don't know them. But most women tend to care about Valentine's Day in a way that I think is silly and a waste of money, but that's just me personally. I don't want to spend my heart on ducats on candy and flowers, and I don't want to do that. But that's just me. You have to respect the person that you're with, and understand what their love language is. And if it's important to them, then it should be important to you, because that's part of the compromise of a relationship.
Absolutely. And to piggyback off that, like I just feel like expressions, of love, and whether it be that day or the next day or whatever, like I mean, the day is at the end of the day, the opportunity for you to express yourself and express your love and your gratitude towards your partner or somebody that you're dating, somebody that you like. Um, and shit, I love to give flowers. I love to get affection. I love to get all of that. So, I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to, receiving something, and reciprocation, yes, is huge. There's
Yes,
no
it
way
is.
in hell that you can even have anything, viable without that reciprocation.
And
Um,
for me, I love flowers, but I love more a pair of brand new shoes that cost just the same and I can wear them for much longer. But I'm more practical in that way, and that is my love language. I would rather you buy me, a pair of pants that I've been eyeing, or, this shirt. And I just think that there should not be just one day. It's the same as Christmas.
yeah.
There should not just be one day to show that you love somebody, that you appreciate somebody. It is the pressure that the world puts on us to do certain things and behave in certain ways. And I don't necessarily agree with it. Like, why Valentine's Day can't be today? Why it had to be on the 14th of February? Like, who said that? And the world is always trying to define and confine us, and we have kind of fell victim to it, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah, well, and then the men, I found this out more recently that they do have a Valentine's for men. It's
Oh,
so it's a month after Valentine's. So March 14th is their day to get some steak and uh, you know, oral
and so,
fixation.
child, they say you learn something every day, because I thought
Yeah,
Valentine's Day was for men and women on the 14th of February. I
yeah,
didn't know it was just.
yeah. So they have a men one that's
Yeah,
in
child.
the month after. But it is with TTIS. I mean,
I promise you.
so yeah,
On God, like the young people say, on God. Yeah.
for real. And so yeah, off the Valentine's topic and on to the next. So it's something that I recently saw about or heard about. Somebody was talking to me that the number seven, as far as men not maturing as fast as women, like they're typically 7 years behind women. And so the theory is that you should date someone that is 7 years your senior or, younger than you so that you can get along. So,
Boo
I
boo,
mean,
where you
I'm
be
just
getting this
like,
stuff from?
I know you know me and my reading ass. I stay reading and I stay looking
Child,
and
I can't.
searching and sieging and yes. So I don't know. I'm gonna go first with what I'm thinking. Are you there?
I lost you. Hold on. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. My bad. I don't know what happened.
So I'm gonna go first. So speaking from a position of, being in the 40s, um, and men having issues with this areas that are, having issues, I'll just put it that way. I am not that interested in dating someone 7 years my senior, yet alone a older man. But I mean, I do see how they can be more mature and provide for you the love and the comfort and the things that you desire, in a relationship as a female. But I don't know that I mean, 4 or 5 years, I'm like, okay, that's my range. But when we get to getting a little bit older and stuff, like I get scared. I'm scared of old men. It's a whole lot of them that be trying to come for me. I'll be like, you better back up, please. So what do you think about the age
Well,
and the
first of all, I think whatever or seen of. Can you hear me?
yep. That's the joy of having a podcast via phone. We're not here face to face and whatnot. You are on hold now. Um, your phone is on hold for some reason. I did hear you, and then you just kind of went away. So let me pause the recording for a minute and see if we can get her back.